A massive strike from the northeastern tip of the US down to Texas in the south.
We don't want robots doing our jobs, right?
More than 45,000 dock workers walked out of ports, crippling half the cargo trade in the US.
Anytime you have a big disruption in one place, it has a flow-on effect throughout the rest of the world.
The global nature of shipping means problems in one area increase complexity and cost everywhere. Disruptions in the pandemic caused freight prices to rocket. Since then,
3 sailors have been killed in a Houthi missile attack on a Red Sea merchant ship.
With 2 of the world's largest shipping companies suspending all journeys through the Red Sea.
And even a ship stuck in the Suez Canal.
It was 1 week in one location, and then it probably took 6 months before supply chains caught up.
Industry bodies are worried about the impact of the strike here.
It'll have the similar impacts in Australia in a few months after that, where goods into Australia might be affected due to congestion or vessel rotation changes and so on as well.
Port owners and unions are a long way from striking a deal over pay and conditions. No matter how you live your life or what you consume, this strike will affect you, because the increased expense of moving things around will be passed on to suppliers and customers, pushing up the cost of everyday items.
All that compounds, and we do expect it to have some impact on inflation, but I wouldn't say too greatly at this point in time.
Andrew Coldry's company has $22 billion of freight under management and is the biggest shipper of goods between the US and Australia. He sees the flow-on effect.
So you've got cargo that will be held into storage, you'll have vessels waiting offshore not being able to call, so they have daily running costs. And then the compounding effect is the carriers will often use circumstances like this to decrease global supply, which forces prices up.
This walk-off has been coming for months, with US President Joe Biden declining to invoke a power that could delay the dispute, but which has never been used to break a strike. The union more than aware of the economic sway it holds.
Malls start closing down. They can't get the goods from China. They can't sell clothes. They can't do this. Everything in the United States comes on a ship.
You can't feed your family.
Port owners have offered a 50% pay rise over 6 years, but the parties haven't met for months and are at loggerheads over issues like the creep of automation. While some goods will take longer to reach Australia, it doesn't mean that Christmas is cancelled.
Yeah, I wouldn't say cancelled. We don't get so many toys out of US as opposed to what we do out of China, so your dad's Christmas might get spoiled, but the kids might not be as severe.
I think because this was a known event coming up, a lot of people had already planned for it. So for the Christmas sales, I don't really see any problems, but it's more the ongoing effect and inflationary impact is the risk.
Just as we thought our high inflation ship had sailed.